I'm here today to talk to you about the upcoming turn-based combat mode beta test for Pillars of Eternity 1. This is a big undertaking. This has been a lot of work, primarily from Nick Carver and Jesse Barkenko. Special shout out to Kurt Decker, who's also been adding a lot of work of his own recently. This turn-based mode is something that we wanted to do because turn-based mode was received so well in Deadfire. That being said, there were a number of very reasonable criticisms of how turn-based mode was implemented in Deadfire. Nick and Jesse are trying to address those as well as they can. One of the major changes is that action economy is a lot more accurate to the real-time with pause game. It's not a one-to-one translation of time, because we did try that, but it does match the spirit of what dexterity should do, what recovery time should do, everything like that. The number of turns you get to take per round is no longer tied to the round, but to your speed and recovery. That feels like it has much greater parity with the real-time with pause mode. So a lot of people commented that free actions felt abusable, which is true. That is now restricted and limited, so that will feel like a significant change. Of course, a lot of people did complain that the turn-based combat mode could feel quite slow. This is because all the combats in Pillars 1 were designed around a real-time with pause combat system with large numbers of enemies. The change here is that lethality has been increased. This is one of the most popular mods that people have made in Deadfire, so it's just a core part of the turn-based mode in the Pillars 1 turn-based combat system. And then finally, you have the ability to toggle between turn-based and real-time. When we implemented the system in Deadfire, we erred on the side of being relatively conservative because we weren't quite sure what it was going to do. For this implementation in Pillars 1, we simply have a toggle. It's available in the options menu, but we will be adding an option to the HUD directly. So if you want to switch it very easily from combat to combat, you can do it as much as your heart desires very easily. This is a public beta, so please, please, please play it. Give us your feedback. Your feedback will directly drive the changes that we make prior to making this a permanent part of Pillars of Eternity in an upcoming patch. Thank you very much for listening, and I sincerely hope you enjoy the changes that the team has made for Pillars of Eternity 1. Thank you.